Hi, and welcome to this game review. We are going to be taking a look at Billy. We're going to see how this game could have went from a loss to a win and just some general macro and micro decisions. If you want your own game review, let me know down below in the comments or come swing by the Discord. As a reminder, all of the game reviews that I've done are on a public playlist that's in the description of this one, where you can see all the other characters that I've done. So make sure you check them out. Okay, it's fixed. So you see against a Mo and an Furnace, you want to try to play a little closer to them. Mainly like the Furnace over the Mo, because Mo can Scourge, of course. But like you want to try to like sneak up on them and go from that way. And then another thing is, so like you let that minion get by, but you focus the medical flag minion. You really don't want to do the flag minion unless you need health. Like you can shoot them flag minion some and hurt it to get like half health, but you shouldn't focus on killing the flag minion first. And you should only kill the flag minion whenever you need health or to weaken it some. And then you go back to this one right here instead that walked right by you. Bro, I could have just waited for him to pause to talk. Because you used the health like you got it, but you didn't need it. So I believe, was the flag minion in during the change of that? Because I really don't, because if that was I thought that might have been, because I watched Heresy's videos as well, but I thought Heresy's video was on the old patch with the old flag minion, where the flag minion heals the enemy. It was on his new landing video. Oh, then I guess I'll need to go watch his new video, because I kind of disagree with that, or at least for the most part. Like, you killed it. Like, so from what I've seen, people will hurt the flag minion, but not fully kill it if you don't need it. And you didn't need it then. But, so he's saying because it heals the entirety of the wave. So, I mean, I don't know. I have mixed feelings. Like, I mean, you could say that, I guess, but your whole wave's gone. So, I mean, I'll have to, I guess, watch his video, because I skimmed through his new video, and I didn't watch all of it. I was totally, it was fucking 50 minutes long. I'm like, bro, and it was too much of a yapping for me, honestly. Just for, like, when I looked at the timestamps of it, I'm like, I thought it was too complex. I thought it was way in depth that it probably doesn't need. So regardless, I didn't watch all of it. So I'll have to go back and understand that then. So, but I could see where he's coming from healing the wave so that the wave applies pressure. But I don't know. So I guess where I'm coming from is, like, it's the first wave. I feel like really you'll get more value out of just saving it for sustainability. That's all. I guess that's where I'm coming from, compared to keeping your minions wave to apply pressure. So I'll have to think on that and see. I mean, he is in Turnus. He's in Turnus, and he's like the #2 Victor, and he was the #1 Billy. So, what do I know, right? So, like, one thing you could do to try to play around this, for this one wave coming up, like, you could wait a little bit more, like, in the Veil, or just around the corners so they don't quite see you, and then wait for, like, the bash down. Kind of like that, yeah, like this. Like, if you do this a little bit more, like, this is good. This is what I was gonna like. You want to play kind of like that close range around objective or around corners, and you could do the same thing like that too, and this one. You can't buy. So one thing you could have tried to do is, if you wanted to stay up there with that, you could have asked Mina to try to take their camp instead of taking yours, because yours will say if you can always come back and get it. Well, ideally you can come back and get it. She just ate it. So if you wanted to, you could try talking to your teammate about just taking the enemies instead. This one here. So you could have, like, apply the pressure and then be like, hey, I'm gonna go take the other one and try to take their camp instead. Because any opportunity that you can get to take the enemies is going to put you in an advantage and put them behind. If that makes sense.
Careful, Nina.
It's good use of trying to slide for the ammo. So from here, I would just back off and just go do boxes. Like you can just go do a box run is what I would say. Yeah. But she's already here, so I wouldn't go this route. You should go your own way. Sometimes still, but I don't feel confident enough to do it right away. That makes sense. So Billy is fantastic at it though. Like he can create so much space. I wouldn't necessarily always say use a bash down on it. On trying to take their camp, but because it's a long cooldown just for a tier for a neutral. But if you want to take a camp because it's risky with them being in their space, then you can go do that. And from here, so instead of just waiting from here, because you made pressure because all 4 of your minions are here, I would go this way, like over here, and go do their boxes and try to steal their stuff. Like you're not gonna kill them; they're tanky. So you just kind of waiting up here isn't really a whole lot. And with the faster respawns, this neutral's already back up. So instead of kind of like waiting up there, just like maybe I'll get a little damage, maybe I'll get a deny. Just go try to create the pressure by killing the minions, and then go look for boxes on their side if you can, and or go back to yours for that neutral that just spawned. If you stand, I know she's ruining it, but if you stand in the middle one, you can melee these two at the same time. If he's gonna run in there, one thing you could try to look to do is try to be on the other side. So like as soon as you see him start coming up, this is just specifically for Mo or an Abrams or someone that's like trying to be a little closer. If you see them starting to do that, if you feel comfortable, you could like kind of wait on the side, like, or start rotating to the side over here, so that once they come forward, you can ram them and then do your combo. That way you stun lock them from moving and keep them on your side so that y'all can try to punish and engage. Come here. Yeah, you should try to light melee a little more. But I mean, that's actually the real like close engagement that you did, so it's hard to kind of like tell for sure. Nice, Sasha. Hey. No. No. Sasha, no. If you see someone, yeah, if you saw the healing right on that, you should try to break it like as soon as you can. Granted, thankfully it ended in time. But I would just try to, you wouldn't know that it would end there. And then do another one. Then wait, that was a good attempt on that. That's kind of like what you would want to do like there, is how you kind of did one, did the other. It's a little unfortunate that both of y'all did yours, but I guess you kind of kept them there. You did both of your ults, I mean. You should go, if you're gonna damage it, you could go up there and parry it. But so like you come and get the soul lead, which I think is better. Might as well, you can be more efficient with what I was just trying to say. So like, again, you could have went to the right side to steal their stuff instead of coming back to take your stuff. Because once you have that pressure, you want to try to take their stuff to deny them, right? So whenever like you push that pressure up there, you could have went to try to go do their underground on the right side, so that you would have been over here on this right side to take one of their neutrals, or after doing the boxes instead. But if you even come over here, just be aware the 6-minute mark is when these spawn, and then you could have also just took that camp. Like just take that camp. You're already there. Just take it. Mina can catch the wave.
You came to the right place.
Just try looking waves to weave in neutrals whenever you need to. If you have like breathing room or no pressure, you know, and you didn't have any pressure on you, so you definitely had space to be a little more greedy to take their stuff. I'm gonna move you whenever I play, Sasha.
Someone's using their noodle.
Extra region's really strong right now. Hey. Okay. So just watch when going into this fight that Mo does have combo. Yeah. So you took 225 damage just from the Guardian. So you gotta be really mindful if Mo has combo. If you're gonna try to get close to him, think, am I gonna die or am I gonna take a whole lot of damage if I get comboed? So you'd have more health now if you didn't get comboed. Just be aware of Mo has combo, what happens.
I'm just getting started.
And if you have a melee lifesteal, you can do this against not the neutrals as well too. Or sorry, the minions. Like just go whack it. Go whack one. I personally, when I use a bash down on neutrals, I would just heavy melee them. Because if Mo or Infernus came up here, you'd rather have, with this long cooldown, you'd rather just be able to use that against them instead of not having bash down. Good job for coming into the centers in time. You might as well just take your centers. Like, you don't need to rotate for this. Mina has the wave. She's not being pressured. If you're already at your centers and, like, again, there's no pressure immediately there, take the center box. The center box gives you so much value. It's like 400 souls. And then by you not being next to Mina gets more souls as well because she's soloing the wave. Was that just a playback thing, or did you actually fail it? If you didn't have it right, maybe because you saw Mina or whatever. It's the third light. I don't think I failed it. Okay, it may just be the spectator then. Light melee. There you go. Oh, that's unfortunate. You can before you dug, you should have just heavy charged, and I think if you committed on that, I think you would have killed him.
Keep running, asshole.
What am I? Oh, it's her. She's under here. I'm seeing a shadow behind me because of my light, and I thought something was behind me. I realized it's because my cat's on the other side of the light.
Well, someone's looking to make a statement.
She's right behind me. That's why I was looking. All right, since they're disarmed here, like, you should look for an opportunity to use cultists here. Obviously, ideally a tier 3, but otherwise, if you don't want to go for a tier 3, using it on a regular minion is the best, is the second best value. Especially with the changes that they made, like, you can just use it on a minion and get the buff. If you're trying to siege like this, it's okay to use it during this time. If you really wanted to commit to that. The fact that you backed off definitely now means you should go use it here.
Blood begins to flow down Manhattan.
But if you're gonna, like, let's really try to force this, before you even went up there, then you should try to use Cult Sacrifice, because you don't really want it on a cooldown. Or sorry, you don't want it off a cooldown.
They destroyed the Guardian on green.
Ram him. You're gonna, oh, never mind. There's there. You can just chain this now.
Have you now?
I think that was just a micro play, honestly, because I think you could have killed him. So just as you just get more comfy with weaving in, either light melees or using ability your ram or chain. But I think you could have chained and killed him and rammed him. I'm not sure whether to just use cultists in lane if I'm going to hit a tier. Yeah. If it's too long of a gap though, just use it on the minions though. Cause like you're not gonna be seeing a tier 3, and the way that neutrals are the value now, it's honestly may not even be worth it. So from here though, whenever you look how close you are, if you see this right here where you're like 200 souls short, especially with life strike, you should see that you almost have enough to go by. So you want to hold off on and engaging on this one. So just which you backed out and were able to get away, which is great. But before you engage on this one, like here, you really should try to buy. Be like, you just have to like, I'm gonna go buy and I'll be right back here. Just go to the secret shop and come back. Like Abrams even abandoned you. So if you can buy before you engage or like engage in a fight or siege, you really should try to buy.
Pocket missing.
Pockets missing.
Ready to start a riot.
I see it.
That's
first.
unfortunate. Nice. So you should clear this wave at this point, since you don't need to do like anything crazy. Nice Venator poster. Clear this wave, go by, and then since you do have your ultimate, you really want to look for an opportunity, a fight or something, so you can teleport to get the urn. You can ask Holiday, get the urn. This is a perfect to say, hey, one of y'all get the urn, and then they'll start rotating over so you don't farm. You'll use chain to go do that. See Abrams he's doing. He's getting the wave and he may get that. But if you ever see this one, like right now, since your abilities are off of cooldown, you really want to try to take advantage of doing something with that. Specifically chain gang. And
Ready to start some shit.
so you should try to do something with that. And with this at the map right now, like Abrams just created that one, so you can tell someone get the urn, and then y'all can rotate over, and you're already here. And then that'll force a fight so that hopefully y'all win. Yeah, like you're pinging this, so you're telling your team, and them doing the urn or something is a perfect opportunity. You're not scared of the urn. We have a main advantage, or it's on our side, but I should use ult to make plays. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Or like if this Graves, like you could be like, hey, like Holiday, let's jump Graves. Or since she's close to the walker, it's more risky, but you could go to Rim and ask y'all to, like, there's 3 of y'all here now. Now y'all need to make something, right? Like, she's already here. Nice one. Good use. Perfect. That's risky. I would just because of the minions. Just be aware of that. Okay, so now what you do is you go blasted, and I was like, if you got here in time, it would have been good. But you might, if you could have gotten there in time, you could just have sustained and healed off of blasted with life strike. But now that everything's off a cooldown, now's the perfect time for you to go farm. Now's the time when you want to super go farm. And like since blasted was almost up, you could go to the tier 3 here and just blasted and farm that yourself
Urn is waiting to be claimed.
I see.
instead of waiting over there.
On Lash.
Yeah, watch out for her root. So just clear this and then go do your sinners, or take their thing here. They're neutral. Or since Wraith is split pushing, instead of doing the urn, or sorry, doing the sinners, you could do this urn. Thought I could be cheating, get past the root. Yeah, it's almost instant. This one's actually a perfect time to do the urn because there was 3 over here. Well, now it's not, but before he did the centers, it could have been good. Oh, you light married so late. That's unfortunate. That's like the weird parry animation where it should be done, but it's not done. Honestly, I mean, if you got close enough, I would have said just chain gained her. If you want, you could have just to confirm the kill. Parry window lasts forever. Sometimes, yeah. Confirming that kill though, like with chain, since there's not like anything drastic else going on the map right now, I think it's perfectly fine. Like you could have done that. You can stand on this champ, you can stand between these two and melee them. And then on this one as well, you can stand between the neutral right there, or the middle, the tier 3, and then pick that one and hit the other one as well.
That's gonna help keep it blowing on the inside.
You should kill this tier 3 now, since it's just by itself. Since the whole camp won't respawn since that tier 3 is by itself, you can kill the tier 3. And then you could come back over here to the wave, or since Abram's here, like... But yeah, you can definitely, like, instead of like
Ready to tie him up.
constant like roaming around just hoping for one fight is to come up, the urn is how you can force fights. And since, like I said, you have all your ults, you can definitely use that to do that. And you really want to try to, like, you're okay with stealing their stuff. Like, you can take that neutral behind you, you can go downstairs and take it. Whenever you see pocket's perfectly fine to chain. You should be a little more, I guess, aggressive with using it instead of conservative with it, because if you chain him, he can't cloak away because it stops mobility. And if you killed him quicker, you would have your minion wave pushed up already, and possibly even at their walker. Then you back off from the walker, and then you run the urn, right? So that's how you kind of like make space. You kill them quicker, the minions create pressure, and then you can go get the urn. Yeah, and so that's just a little bit more like just using him, you know, more, because Billy's actually a little more. You should just take those souls. Billy's a lot more aggressive or sustainable once you really like kind of like push the melee a little bit more. So definitely don't be afraid at times. Like even here, like you're backing away. Abrams is still there. Abrams still has his ult. Oh, now he's afflicted. Never mind. I was gonna say if you wanted to, you could risk doing that. Risk chaining up there. The problem with what you did now, though, you should have went back to. You should go back to the walker here, because if they hard push this, Holiday's not going to be able to hold this on her own. If there's 2 or 3, so there's definitely 2. And like by the time you you could just rotate here and have like a better spot or better position.
Don't go running off on me.
That's fine. That's okay. Heavy melee. If you have availability, just heavy melee. Or just spam melee, because of how Billy is. What else I was gonna say there is, like, while you're chaining, of course, you can ram away. So there's nothing. So like when you chain Mo and Vindicta, if you turned around and tried to ram into the walker, or if you wanted to displace them more, rather, just know that that's up there too as an option.
Blue needs help.
Wraith or Mina gets that, not you. So right now y'all are doing great. Y'all are doing phenomenal. You get scared that chain will break as soon as I want to save it for. Yeah. With how quick it breaks, you'll, like I said, that's just more like experimenting and seeing the problem or limit on what you can and can't do. And if you do it too much and then it breaks and then you don't get any value, then you don't get any value, and then like, well, you just wasted your ult. So I understand. More just commenting it in case you do or don't know, or don't try that. So I wouldn't chase him. You don't have the space.
Think it's time to remind
You killed
them of
Lash,
the lies
so
around here.
taking this is good. But I was gonna say is you should try to do the urn here now. Like Graves is dead. Y'all have pressure created on the other side of the map. They're already on blue. The urn is on their side, but that's okay. So I'm glad that like you taking their stuff is good, but trying to take the urn here would have been better. Now she's dead. Now it's too risky, and there's a whole fight going on it, and Abrams is getting jumped, and I actually thought he was gonna die. I would at least take a look at Abrams to see how close they were to that vicinity, because sometimes I don't really say to go trickle in to an enemy.
Headed to green. Headed to Broadway.
What the fuck is Rim doing? But sometimes if there's a chance of you saving him or turning the tides of the fight, and like I said, y'all had a soul lead, so there's nothing wrong with you not doing that. And this was actually the other thing with the urn. So Pocket got the urn, and y'all can't contest this because you're on your side of the map. So even sometimes taking the urn, so you deny them the urn, is a good play, and you can just melee with the urn, right? But giving them the urn for free because you couldn't contest it because you didn't have pressure is not good, because they just got 7k souls off of that. And y'all had a 20k soul lead, and now you only have a 10k soul lead.
When they think they're getting away, I'll stay strong, buddy.
I understand. Totally nice. Totally understandable. Hopefully, I guess, are you telling your teams that they're here? Because if you're not, I don't know quite what you're doing here.
I see Pocket.
Your grandfather would be proud, Holiday.
Okay.
And I thought the Knickerbockers sucked this year.
So what you do here? Oh, okay, no. So okay, on this one, you got 2 kills. Most of y'all are in blue. Mid boss. This is just a mid boss, and I did this because y'all swarm on mid boss. You take everyone here. You got your kill. But then you decided to go in and try to make something happen with Graves, but she backed off a bit. I don't think you should have tried to force that. I think it would be better just go do mid boss. Just melee these things. They die in one hit. Just melee them. Yeah. Just one light melee. They die in one melee. So now Abrams died, and you're being greedy here actually, because their blue is right next to you. They can hear you. So this is risky business. We didn't have time before they came out. You would have had enough time. There's 30 seconds. You got 2 kills. You had space created. There's 4 of y'all on blue, and Rim was here, and someone else went back to base. Y'all had enough time. And that's why if you had chain gain, you have chain game and you have Abrams ult. Those are huge contesting ults for mid boss. There's Mina, and more importantly, there's Rim with sleep. So Rim could rotate. If Rim rotated with sleep, sleep is a very powerful mid boss contester. So as soon as you got those 2 kills and she backed off to her walker, say don't chase, go do mid boss. That is a perfectly like you just need 2 kills to do mid boss. You can even do it with 1 at times. If everyone is close enough to do it, and everyone you had 4 people that you had enough DPS to beat the threshold of mid boss, that you could have forced that one. So it's a little bit like limit testing on like how things may or may not feel comfortable to try to like push or to make decisions, and I think that was probably one of them. Because if you had backed off and did mid boss, and let's just say everything had went well, okay? If everything went well, what you would have done is then you could have pushed both walkers, and you could have done the urn, but more importantly, you would have you'd have pressure to do 3 objectives, and basically secure the urn. And then like if you did that, you basically just snowball and continue the lead, and then you in the game. And that's what it would have happened. If it did not go well, what would have happened is a fight would have happened down at mid boss, but y'all had a 15k soul advantage, I think, and I think then you could have turned the tide, or sorry, by forcing a fight regardless. I think y'all could have won the fight and go from there. The only one that's the most scared from theirs is Lash, but if you or Abrams can keep him away in time or with chain, I think it would have been fine. You had a little for me, boss. Okay, I mean that's understandable if you had a little, bad experience lately, and like you said, you limit test and you see, oh, I did too much, so then you try to dial back. In this instance, if you get 2 picks around, and you have most of your team at blue, and they still have if they have a 30-second cooldown roughly on their respawn timer, and most of your ults or all of your ults are up, I think that's a mid-boss moment. And depending on like how the calls are, with your previous games, that's definitely unfortunate, and probably could the timing of it, I guess, probably may have been poor as well. And then I know too, sometimes it's hard getting every rando on the same page and everything, so that's hard to like. We really should do mid boss, but everyone's hesitant, or we do mid boss, but not everyone fully commits, and then you throw, and that then you just lose the game. So I understand. Hey Diger, hey Wish, hope y'all are doing well. If you see someone else on the lane, you should just finish killing the camp. There's no need to, if there's nothing going on like this, and there's Wraith on the lane, just finish killing the camp. Because if you leave camps like this, the others don't respawn, right? So just be aware of that. You have a Victor game? The fuck is those? Is that an emote? Are you trying to emo? Or are you trying to be funny? Because I don't understand. I got fucking baited by doing. I got baited before about questions.
Rise up and take what you deserve.
I didn't realize it was a joke.
Show me what you got.
He runs away. So on that one, what I was gonna say is, if he's not hurt,
Walker is under attack.
you should buy before engaging on this. I think if before engaging on this, by the way. You can wait to use slowing hex till like near the end of chain gang, like, because you can use item during chain gang. So sometimes like engaging and starting slowing hex isn't the best. Whenever I played Billy with it and I was playing around with using slowing hex, I would chain them, and then after pulling them or while pulling them, I would slowing hex, because if I upgraded to vortex web, I would do vortex web after chain gang to keep them there and to prevent them from moving. I can take a look at it, Tiger, if you want some review on your Victor. Everyone's hard chasing this Infernus. Okay, would you say this is a mid-boss moment, Broccoli? Because this looks like a mid-boss moment to me. Are you not confident in a 5v6? Does this scare you? You think you call it? Well, you need to do it sooner. The longer you wait, the riskier it gets. Could be mistaken. Looks like you're mistaken. At this point, it's not worth it. As soon as Infernus died and everyone was on blue, that was the moment. Then just hold tab and just ping, 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 ping. Eventually people will get the idea if they're not listening. But that was a mid-boss moment as well. All of your ults were up except for yours. So in that situation, again, so like if the majority of your team is on blue and you're not super comfortable lately, but you have one kill and it's longer than 40 seconds or around 40 seconds of a death, you can do mid boss.
I'll tie him to me.
But yeah, Dagger, if you want to, we can take a look at your Victor game after this.
I like it.
So just chain him. Just. Oh, he just immediately melted. That's nice. That one's unfortunate. I think more team being inside by the time that, yeah, it was too late right then. Okay, so this is what I'll say on here though. When it's how do I say this? Okay, when it's close to a buff moment and you have basically control of the map, before making a play, try to wait for the buffs to come up so that you get those, because they were all alive. But Abrams was up there and he pinned in front of us, so you know things happen. Because if you wait for the buffs, you can take advantage of the buffs. You get an urn, so you can force another fight for the urn, is what I was going to say as well with that. But the last part that I was going to relate to this one, at least, is because it's the last walker. The last walker is sometimes bait. And what I mean by that is like trying to force to get the last walker. It gives you a flex slot, but it doesn't give you anything else, right? It gives you like your last flex slot, but the resistance and tankiness of it rather is sometimes not worth constantly trying to force to fight around. And if, because of like trying to get the objective, if waiting 30 seconds to get the buff and then fight for the urn would have been more valuable than trying to fight for the walker, is what I was trying to say. Yeah, the last one, I kind of agree, Broccoli. It's kind of risky and it's definitely not worth in my preference. I don't think it's worthy at all. Yeah, wish everything change wise from like how neutrals are and the items to extra region and healing booster. Victor's just in a better state than he was like a month ago or 2 months ago, honestly. I struggled with him, you know, in December to November when they buffed the neutrals, but I think now he's in a really good spot. Unfortunately, I just want to play Graves and the new characters, the other new characters. So if you are the enemy team, this is a mid-boss moment. Like, you get the walker, you back off, and then you go mid-boss. You don't try to take the other walkers, or you get the urn because the urn's going to be on your side and mid-boss. They got the gun buff. So this is the time that they should do that. And they are doing it. And this is what we looked on the graph when we basically that deciding factor on what shift in the soul different discrepancies. It was literally this fight of this walker, and then unfortunately, because it's a MOBA and mid boss and the way that the balance of the game is, they can just snowball and come back with this, and that's gonna kind of look like they might do. Oh, Ram was able to secure one. That's right. I didn't realize you. I thought you were still dead. The fuck. I'm feel different. So I know that you went here to save the walker and you did kill Infernus, but I'm not sure maybe if you should have gone blue to fight over the mid boss. Time for a haze arc? Wow, you can still play Victor. Victor's perfect. Or are you talking about me?
Greenwich is under attack.
Good job on picking the urn up. This is great. Giving up the walker for... You should slide under. Since you saw shots on you, just go underneath mid boss. I don't know if you also know this. Minions can knock this out of you. I don't know if you intentionally realize that you don't have the urn anymore. Do you realize you don't have the urn anymore? Minions could drop the urn now with light melee. because it's a light melee.
I can use lasso when
I
we're
don't think
ready.
you realize you don't have the urn. You do not realize you lost the urn. Yeah. So the change with the instant deposit on the urn, the fact that they changed the where you instant deposit urn, but you yeah, that's unfortunate. You should chain someone during that.
Took out Abrams.
No, my battery. I forgot how toxic the enemy team was. So he's just too fun now. I gotcha. That makes sense. I don't think you should have left. I mean, I think you should have just probably committed. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. There's part of me that says that you should have just committed and chained. You would have been deflected though.
Greenwich is under
But
attack.
I don't know. Maybe you chain underneath this.
Time to get up close and personal. They took out Holiday.
It's been a minute since I watched Heresy's video on Vortex and whatnot, but I think he uses, and when I think I used Vortex after Chain Gang. So his Billy video, I would take another quick look at if you end up playing him more with this build and seeing when he uses Vortex Web. Because you used it at the very beginning and then you chained, and I think it's other way. I felt that it was better to chain. Like if you had went in and chained and then rammed back into your walker to pull some of them to them, and then you vortex to keep them there even longer, I think is better than vortex webbing, hoping you chain them and then pulling them in. Because the point, from where I'm understanding it is that you chain them. You basically get 2 pulling moves instead of just 1.5 pulling moves, you know? Planning on rewatching. Yeah, I would definitely rewatch his Billy video. If I was to replay Billy, I would rewatch it. You chain and then you vortex. Yeah, two ones to lock them down, then pulling them to you to then lock them down. That's, yeah, I think it's that way too, but I don't want to like super commit and say one way versus the other if I'm wrong. Do you have another Victor then, Tiger? So outside of that, the only thing else on that one, like it was just, there was a lot going on in the fight and everything kind of went well, until you ended up getting stuck in Graves, route, and then Lash showed up and Lash became Lash, unfortunately. So you hear Lashes behind you. Just be careful with this. Why is my frames like randomly dropping?
To be claimed.
You should try to ask Wraith or Holiday. Also, hi Rikta. To get, you could possibly do the urn here, but actually, you know what? Never mind. Lash is around and Lash is fed now, so Lash is scary. Rim's the little guy is doing it. You stole that from Rim. Can't admit it, Chris. Bro, sometimes it's hard.
I see drill.
And this one, I will say, is you don't want to force anything with you don't want to force the urn with Lash around at this point in the game, unless you can have knockdown or curse or something for Lash.
Headed to Greenwich.
None that aren't filled with toxic people saying slurs in the first minute. Oh, nice. So you could shit, yeah.
Headed to yellow.
They took out the blood-sucking kid.
That's a huge bag.
The more they die, the stronger I become.
Um,
Hold it!
You're mine.
Yeah, so on that one, go for it. I hope you go for the slash. I don't think you should have vortexed and then just kind of ran away. If you're gonna run away, you should have just chained. Yeah, I don't know what Mina did either. There's a lot that kind of just went on. Bully him. You have another vortex again, so it's a pretty long cooldown, or a pretty short cooldown, kind of speaking. So you should definitely look to use it again. But yeah, it's been up again, so just be aware of it. That bag has been traded around.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
From this part, though, I will say, Broccoli, the other thing is y'all should have, as a group, should have tried to fight near the walker more for the resistances. Once things kind of went well, and then they super kind of backed off, there is a risk, or rather, you lose the buffs, right, of the walkers. And sometimes it is better to go out there to still chase and get your kill.
Must be ready.
Just be aware, though, that you are putting yourself at a risk from there. Unfortunately, this is basically the end of the game. Do you want to watch the last like 3 minutes of this, or do you want to stop here? Because whatever this fight that's happening here doesn't go well. Maybe. How does this end in 3 minutes? Whenever y'all are up. How do y'all lose this? Oh, you go down to mid boss, and I'm assuming you lose mid boss fight. This part, pretty much at this point after they get mid, yeah. But so like, is she doing mid by herself? Are they doing mid? I don't actually know now what happens. I actually want to see at least what fight decides this. Because if you're doing move, okay, this part now, I don't agree with this one though. None of y'all know what to do at this point. And I kind of agree as well. Like, what are y'all gonna do? So I guess y'all try to run the urn and we lose here. Wait, Abrams, wait, what the fuck are, like, there's so like not communication going on here. Okay, none of them on their team is here. But Abrams and Wraith decide to do this. Okay, there's a very huge lack of communication on what's happening.
The rejuvenator is
this part's not good. So for here, at least, what you could have done instead of doing what you just did, it's very questionable. Yeah, it wasn't good. You could vortex. Should have been a vortex web and then chain gain and I know we talked about the walker. The reason why this one on the vortex web, like vortex webbing, trying to keep the lash away, and that's because it's mainly the lash. But vortex web like to the backside over here, like this wall, and then chain gain. Like I don't think you should have gone in here to try to parry or melee. I think you should have tried to displace them. You have 2 displacement tools, actually 3 with Ram, and 4 technically with Bastion. Regardless, between chain and vortex, you should have used those first before trying to jump in there, because you're not getting any value out of them now, but by doing that as well, it removes them. And I think since Rejuve is just a heavy melee, the pulling action would have been better than trying to do this. And then you did the chain, but you don't have anything to live with that, so. And then that's unfortunately not GG's. Okay, yeah, so that part wasn't okay. If y'all had committed to the urn, I think y'all possibly could have won, or at least it would have been not have lost there. The fact that your team decided to, like, you all needed to go in on mid boss or not, and that was the problem. Like, we talked about that earlier when you were having questionable mid boss to begin with. Like some of you, like you lost some of them, and you're like, maybe it wasn't the right call. That one was not. Like, everyone has to commit or no one. Like, and not everyone was like, you were looking around as well because like Mina has the urn. Are we doing the urn? She's running around here. She's not even going down there. But then 3 other people are going to go do mid boss, and then I don't know where the holiday was because she was the other one, right? So yeah, it was Wraith, Abrams, and Rim, and then you were at top watching, and Mina was in the urn. I don't even know where she was. Maybe she was down there too, and I just missed it. But yeah, in that instance, it's like y'all either all have to do it because if y'all had killed mid boss sooner, the team wouldn't have gotten there. Like 2 seconds on mid boss killing is huge, even 1 second, because and so then like imagine Lash wasn't there. So unfortunately, yeah, I would be frustrated on that part, but that one was like, if your team's not vocalizing what's happening on that one and no one's pinging, I would have just been frustrated. But at the very end, I'll just say that part wasn't yours. Like there wasn't anything, because that's a team game at the end of the day. That one wasn't like anything that you could do, unfortunately. Like they did it at a questionable time, which, like I said, if you had all the damage there, you could have done it. But everyone had to fully commit, and that was the thing. It wasn't like, why? Yeah, it was definitely a decision. Yeah, I saw exactly, like, am I going down? Am I going up? There's Lash. I see Lash. I see Mina on the mini map. She's running nearby, but where is Mina? She's behind you. But then there's 3 of your teammates or 4 go down to go do mid boss. I'm like, what do we should have done? Like, if what Mina could have done, she could have gotten the urn and then take it to mid boss and drop the urn at mid boss. Like that is a thing that you can do too, and then you run away with it from there. But I think if y'all have all fully committed and killed mid boss a second to 2 quicker, and even with all of y'all definitely could have killed a lot even more quicker. Lash wouldn't have showed up, and Pocket wouldn't have showed up, and Graves wouldn't have showed up. And that's something, or Infernus with this combustion, like, and then that's just all there is sometimes to the end of the game. It's just one mid boss call, unfortunately. So the only thing that I guess the major thing that I would do is, or there's like 3 things I would say from at least watching this one, is watch a bit more of what Heresy does on his Billy video, and seeing as how he weaves in or uses Vortex in his video, or we can look for another E6 streamer if you want to, or player or match ID. I've done that too. I mentioned I gotta get better, and we can see like the more the micro decisions on Billy, on how they play, on the aggressiveness, on the light melees, and using chain gang, etc. And then at least from a macro perspective, try to take their souls more. And then if you do have a relatively safe 2 kills down and you have a soul lead and most of your people are already in the middle of the map and it's around 20-minute mark or later, try to convince your team to do mid boss, because there's 2, like we talked about. I do think you could have did mid boss sooner. That was safer, and then unfortunately it didn't. And then of course, well, we talked about the last walker, but sometimes again that one is like the mid boss that just happened. It's a team decision. Sometimes it's a team decision, and like Abrams probably tunnel vision, like, oh, I got this opportunity for Infernus, killed it. But then like once he killed him, instead of like trying to make something happen as well with that walker, if there's a way, like, hey, let's back off and just go do mid boss. Like it creates pressure on the walker. I think most of them were on blue, maybe, I don't know, but point was just like overcommitting, trying to force that last walker sometimes isn't worth it. But yeah, Broccoli, hopefully that kind of helps. Maybe, hopefully. I don't know. I'm like baby-ish. Sorry, it's not like the super best, I guess, feedback. But overall, like there wasn't anything like too major things that I saw that could have been like, oh no. Appreciate it. Yeah, totally. For Graves, since she's brand new, instead of just being pummeled by the heads, just beware. You can light melee kill the heads. You can shoot them, but 1 light melee will kill them regardless of their health. At least all the testing right now. As of 2-day-old Graves, you can just melee the skulls.